Hi, I'm Dr. Judy Morgan. I'm at the AHVMA conference in Augusta, Georgia. That's the Holistic Veterinary Medical Association. So we are bringing you some really awesome products that we have found just great companies here at the convention. And so today I want to introduce you to the people behind this awesome food called Carna4. And I'm going to pass the microphone in their direction and have them explain what makes their food different, and believe me, it is different.
Well, we start with sprouted seeds, and sprouted seeds are a really neat superfood. You know, a lot of people will take flaxseed, for instance, as a supplement without knowing that the nutrients in flaxseed are really indigestible. But there's a lot of potential. If you germinate the seed, then you unlock all of this stored up nutrition and it becomes very digestible, and you get great growth of probiotics and enzymes and antioxidants. And we developed a blend of sprouted flaxseed and sprouted barley seed and sprouted lentils that has a nutritional profile that matches up with the vitamin mineral needs of the dog and cat. Everything other than what you get from fresh meat. So we created a food out of fresh meat and these sprouted seeds and vegetables, and it's so pure and processed so lightly that we don't need to add any of the synthetic vitamins where you get most of the nutrition from ordinary pet food.
And that's a really awesome concept. So are your foods single protein sources, or are they multiple proteins?
They're multiple protein. We have one variety that's chicken, liver, salmon, and eggs, and then another that is duck, pork liver, salmon, and eggs. And we believe that having a variety of proteins, just like a variety of seeds and a variety of vegetables in the diet, is healthier for the dog than getting only a single protein and a single carbohydrate. You get a blend of the good that's in a variety of foods.
So because there are multiple proteins in there, do you still recommend that people rotate through different products in your line, or would they be able to feed one of, pick one that agreed with their dog and feed that long term with no problems?
Well, I think a lot of our customers do rotate them, and they'll feed the chicken variety one month and the duck variety another month. But some people do stick with just one formula if that agrees with their pet the most. But so you really have either option.
And I know that you have a couple of other products besides your gently baked food. And so I just want to clarify that gently baked food is very different from a dry kibble. So we're not, they call it a nugget, right? And the nugget might look like dry food, but it's a very different process. So for those of you who say, just, tell me what kibble I can feed, I guess we can say this would be a great one for you to feed, but it's really not a kibble, right? So I know you have a couple of other products that go along with that. Would you like to tell us what those are?
Sure. We have a great product called Fluorophore, which is a blend of 100% organic, human-grade, ground sprouted seeds. And it's got 125 different strains of live probiotics. It's not processed in any way. We simply created the blend, and we have a sprouter. It's like making fine wine. These people know how to sprout just perfectly. It's such clean, pure food. I put it in my green smoothie every day. It's all human grade. Everything. You could eat all of our food products. We put it into biscuits. We put it into our food products. The Fluorophore is a huge product for us because it's not rocket science. It's just real food. It's just real, whole, natural food, the way God made it. And it's a great source for enzymes, probiotics, antioxidants, great for dogs with diarrhea or people with diarrhea, skin and coat, great for itchy dogs and cats and horses and babies. It's just, I love this product.
You can add Fluorophore to any food and make it a half decent food. I mean, if you're stuck on your particular kibble and you don't want to change, you can sprinkle some Fluorophore on it, and that's like adding a salad to your
cereal.
So if I'm going and getting a fast food burger, I should throw this on top?
That's right.
A packet of Fluorophore. We sell it in these tiny little, single serve packets. Keep it in your purse. Another way to use the Fluorophore is with raw food. A lot of our customers are raw feeders, and they will sprinkle a Fluorophore on the meat, which gives it all the phytonutrients that you don't get in meat. So it makes it much more of a complete diet. It makes raw feeding very easy.
And that's, there's a big debate, particularly with the prey model people who say, no, no, meat, 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 meat. And I kind of have this argument that, there are some really good vitamins and things in plants that we can't get just from the meat. So this is a great solution.
Phytonutrients are just as important for health. Trace amounts. Mostly meat, sure, which is what Carnivore is mostly meat, but you do need those phytonutrients. Animals in the wild forage. They don't just eat the meat, they eat the skin, the hair, the bones, and why? Because they're needing the minerals, and they forage for grains and grasses, small amounts. The problem with grains in the diet is that when you're buying a food that's, 60%, 70% cheap grains, processed, that's not going to be good for anybody.
And if your sources of phytonutrients are sprouted, then they're sort of like pre-digested. This is like the pre-digested greens in the stomachs of the prey that the animals kill in the wild. So for domesticated animals and for people, you need something else to pre-digest them, and the sprouting really works for that. And so it takes the phytonutrients and makes them very usable by the animal that is mostly a carnivore.
So that ever popular question, where are you guys sourcing all of your ingredients?
All sourced within North America, nothing offshore. Dave has a personal relationship with all of the suppliers because we need to know where this stuff is coming from. We have small family businesses like our own, providing our sprouts and our meat and our vegetables and our whole brown rice in the chicken formula. It's very important to us. They're not far from where we are. We're in Toronto and in Michigan, and we ship all over North America. Have we ever shipped overseas? Not quite yet.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But I buy all of the ingredients myself. So I specify that I want human-grade ingredients. I make sure that the ingredients are tested before they come in. So if it's an ingredient that's susceptible to salmonella or aflatoxins, they come in with a certificate of analysis, and then I ship them all into the plant just prior to production. I go to the plant and I watch my ingredients put in the mixer, and then we take samples all through production. When production is finished, we quarantine the food for 2 weeks, and I send samples out to 2 independent laboratories where we test for 15 different pathogens and toxins, as well as all of our nutrients, and nothing goes out of the plant until it's had a clean bill of health on all of the tests. Now, if every company did this, you wouldn't have any salmonella recalls because everybody would have tested for them.
It's expensive to do that, which is why companies don't, but it's worth it.
And the big companies with all the money don't do it.
No, well, it's cheaper to pay for a recall than it is to build a warehouse that's big enough to hold all of that food that you're quarantining.
True. So we don't, you guys don't get recalls, I'm assuming, because you know what's going out of the warehouse. So you have your own processing facility in
Quebec.
St. Hyacinthe, Quebec. We don't own the facility, but as I explained, I watch what they do, and I have enough control over it that
It's a big pain in their butt.
You know what? Being a pain in their butt is probably the best thing that could ever happen. So, just hold their feet to the fire. I love it.
And then whenever I send it to the U.S., it crosses the border, and the FDA regularly takes samples of my food, and they test it for salmonella. And it's a pain because I have to wait until they finish, but I always know they're not going to find anything because I've already tested it.
Isn't it amazing they test your food coming in from Canada, but they don't test what's coming out of the U.S.?
It's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's all fair. So if someone wanted to buy Carnivore, where would they look for this product?
You can buy it at better independent stores. It's not all over the country yet, but you can buy it online. We've got a really good distributor called White Dog Bone, who you can go to their website and you can buy it online, and they'll ship it anywhere in North America. And if it's not already in your neighborhood, it'll be coming to your neighborhood before long. Just look for it and ask your retailer for Carnivore, and we'll find a way to sell it to them.
We're growing very quickly. More and more people are looking for the combination of purity and convenience of Carnivore. So it'll be to your store soon if it's not there yet.
So this, for people who are afraid of feeding raw, this is a solution for them.
It is. It fills that niche where we want to do what's best for our animals. We have all the best intentions, but we're busy. A lot of our customers are raw feeders as well. They forget to thaw the meat, or they have 3 kids and they're getting off to work, and so they feed Carnivore in the morning knowing it's clean and healthy, and then they'll take their time in the evening when they have a little more time to themselves to prepare to cook, home cook, or to thaw the meat or whatever it is that they want to do.
We think the best thing that you can do for your pet is to feed raw or feed home prepared food with Fluorophore added to it.
Yep.
But if you don't have time to do that, then Carnivore is the next best thing. It's not raw, but it's pretty close.
It's pretty darn
and
close.
it's really well balanced.
Right. So you were telling me earlier how long this food is cooked. How long is that?
4 minutes, and then it's air dried. It's a very short cook and then an air dry. So it's a process that other people call dehydrating.
Pretty cool. How long has Carnivore been around?
We're in our 5th year of distribution. We started the company about 7 years ago. It took us a couple of years to perfect
Do
the
all the
food.
research and test the formulas, and we have cat food coming soon.
Oh, yay! Kitty people will be happy. Now, is that going to be the same? Is it going to be a nugget?
There's nothing different in our product line that deviates from our standards at all. It's going to be a gently baked nugget, convenient, and absolutely as pure as the dog food. And tasty too.
Awesome. Yeah, because we all know cats are like so picky. You just want to, I like it today. I don't like it tomorrow. I didn't like it yet. Well, forget it. I'm never eating again. Yeah, so they're fun. Well, thank you very much for your time. This has been educational. Your product has gotten just really awesome reviews by some really important people in the pet food world, and that speaks for itself. So congratulations and keep doing the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our pleasure.
We plan to.